Wednesday, the 22nd of April. This is Taxi Vlog 354 already. Victoria, British Columbia, etc., etc., etc. Remember the King and I? A lot has happened this week so far. A lot of people have been posting videos. I've been having a hell of a time trying to catch up. I think I'm there. I'm almost there. Got my phone. I can watch my phone tonight. Well, I came out on Monday and it started slow, but after 10 o'clock it picked up. And it picked up so much so that I was doing really well at around 2:30, 3 o'clock. I got this call from somewhat a ways out of town. Well, away from downtown anyway. And this woman's waiting there at the end of the road, end of the street, and she wants to go downtown and back for 28 bucks. And I said, look, I can't guarantee you that I'll be able to make it for 28 bucks. And she says, no, we just got to go downtown and meet somebody and come right back. Oh, yeah, okay. And she says, and all I have is $20 here. I'll give you the $20 right now. I got $8 left on my bank card. And that's all I got. And usually I tip really well, and usually I have more money. I'm thinking, my gosh, why don't you have more money? And then all the way down there, and you know, why did you go this way? I said, because it's a straight line to where you're going, and I'm trying to beat the traffic lights so that we don't have to wait. I'll even give you a break on the traffic lights. I'll pause the meter for traffic lights. No gratitude at all. We get downtown, it's like $16 on the meter. She meets the guy, he gets in, we drive a couple blocks, he gets out, and she wants to go back downtown, or back home, and I'm taking the best way I know and trying to get green lights all the way, and I still have the timer on pause, so we're only registering distance. Well, you know, I usually have more money, and I usually tip my cabbies a lot. Yeah, then why aren't you doing it today? But I'm sorry, this is all I got. All the way there. All the way there, she's apologizing and apologizing. It's like, one apology is enough. Thank you very much. I don't need more than that. Anyway, I've taken her there and back. It was $30 on the meter. She gives me 8 more on the Interac on top of the 20 she gave me at the beginning. She says, thank you very much. Which car is this? I'll be sure to tip you big time next time, and I'll make up for it. Yeah, right. I probably won't see you for 5 years, and by the time I do see you 5 years from now, you will have moved and gone to somewhere else, so I won't remember you, and I won't recognize you, and you won't remember me and won't recognize me, and you'll rip me off again. That's the way it goes. There's no such thing as I'll take care of you later. Yeah, right, okay, so you bite the $2, but it's like, you know what, it makes you feel cheap. Makes me feel cheap anyway. So then, after dealing with her, I go back to the parking lot to watch some more video. So I'm watching a video. I'm watching another video, and now I'm falling asleep. And just before 4 in the morning, I get a call. Hi, are you working tonight? Yeah, I'm working. Can you come and get me, this is the address, and it's a long driveway, and go behind the house and make sure nobody sees you. Oh shit, no, not again. It's Mr. Big Tipper again. So, yeah, okay, I'll be there in a few minutes. I'm not far away. So I get to this house, and then there's Mr. Big Tipper and two other guys who look like workmen, kind of. They've got jeans with things smeared on them, and they're holding some tools, and one of them has a blowtorch kit. And they all get in, and they give me another address to go to, which is not all that far away. And Mr. Big Tipper says, well, two of us are getting out here, and his buddy who gets out gives me $20 towards it. It's $8 on the meter so far. So the guy gives me $20 on it, and he says, is that okay? He's asking his buddy who wants to go further, and his buddy who wants to go further wants to go out to Western Communities, but not deep into the Western Communities, like a $20 fare or so. So I get the 20 already, and when we get out there, it's like $24.75, and he says, well, what do I owe you? I say $4.75. He manages to cough up about $6, and then I'm done with him. But his pal, Mr. Big Tipper, says, I'm going to need you to come back and get me. So I'm thinking, okay, I'll come back and get you as soon as I've done your buddy here. And as the money was being handed over and things were being done, Mr. Big Tipper stuck something in my glove box. So I came back to him, and he said that he doesn't need me right now. He said he'll call me when he needs me. Okay, fine. It's a quiet morning anyway. There's not all that much going on. It's okay. But he slipped his phone and his watch, or was it his keys? His phone and his keys into my glove box while I was dealing with the other guys. So I came back and says, no, I don't need you now. I'll call you when I need you. So now I get sent to an address, and these young people come out. English is not their first language. And they go, we go to bus. Okay, bus depot, no problem. Take them down to the bus depot. They have a lot of luggage. I said, oh, you're going on a long trip? They say, yeah, we're going to China. Okay, so they're Chinese students or exchange or whatever. And, you know, nowadays, well, we always did have a lot of customers who English is not their first language. And what is this they're trying to say? What? No. I rejected that already, earlier. Trying to send me again? Sorry. I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. I'm busy vlogging. And I'm first in this zone. Why would I want to go to the adjacent zone? Oh, pedestrian's gone. Okay. Visibility is getting strange because of the way the light is coming down. I know another one of the cars in the zone will get that trip. Why send me? Okay, so we get a number of people where English is not their first language, and you know, they misunderstand and you misunderstand them when they tell you things, and it can be a challenge. And it seems that this year we've got quite a few people who don't necessarily speak English very well. And so we pack all their bags in the back, and I take the young couple down to the bus depot. And there's a third guy down there, and there's no bus. So the girl sneaks around the corner, and we've unloaded the baggage. And the girl sneaks around the corner and calls me and says, I want a taxi at bus depot. And I say, yeah, I'm right here. I'm at the bus depot. And she comes around the corner. She says, oh, I didn't think your car was big enough to take all our stuff. I say, where are you going? She says, the ferry. Okay, so we're loading the car, and as we're loading the car with all their stuff, they've got bags, we have to fold half the seat down to get all their bags in here, and we load them down, and just as we're loading, we're halfway through we're loading all these bags, you know, they're going on a big trip, and the phone rings. Can you come and get me now? No, sorry buddy, I can't come and get you now because I'm just loading my car and on the way out to the ferries. Can you come back and get me later? And it's like, okay, now it's 20 to 6. I'm going to make it to the ferries by 6, and 6 is the end of my shift. And he's got his stupid fucking keys and his stupid fucking phone in my glove box. The fucking guy, he didn't want me to forget him this time, and he wanted me to put in more time to go pick him up. And the trouble is, when I went back to go get him the first time, he just put $40 on the seat and says, "This is your tip." It's like, what am I, a prostitute? So I take the kids out to the ferry. They've paid me to take them downtown first for about $15, and it was like $67 on the meter. They gave me another $75 for taking them out there, and then I got to go pick up Mr. Big Tipper. So I've already got $40 extra of his, and now he wants me to pick him up. He says, "Oh man, you couldn't have got here sooner." I said, "Well," and the worst of it is that when I was out at the ferry, I had just dropped off at the ferry. He calls me up and says, "Where are you?" I said, "Look, I just dropped off at the ferry. I'm coming back into town. Can you be here in 20 minutes? "Yeah, okay, 20-25 minutes, something like that. I'll be there." I fucking hate being on an electronic leash. It's not my thing. Sorry. I hate being on an electronic leash. So I pick him up. I take him and his buddy back to his place. It's like a $16 fare. I'm already 3/4 of an hour late. I've got just enough time to fuel up the car, and I don't even have a chance to go home and get changed or anything. I have to go to my chiropractor appointment at 7:30. My shift ends at 6, and now here I am at 7 finally fueling up the car. I don't have a chance to wash it. I don't have the time. I just won't answer my phone anymore. It just stresses me too much working with this guy. I don't like being anyone's personal chauffeur. And I mentioned it before, you know, and this time he called me at a quiet time and I went and got him, and, you know, there's too many things going on at the same time. And if he's calling me and wants me to come get him, and I'm already doing something, fuck no. No, I don't want to deal with this guy. Let him take somebody else. No, sorry. It's not me. Maybe he's pissed off everyone enough that they just won't take him anymore. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. So anyway, I ended that night with, because of Mr. Big Tipper, he gave me $40 for taking him that last $16 fare. So out of him, I got like $100, and out of the Chinese kids I got like $85, and on top of that I had more than 200. So I had about 400 gross. Out of that you pay the lease and fuel. Monday was good. Monday was good money-wise, but I don't like working that way. I don't like working off the phone. That's why we have dispatch. Okay. So Tuesday Tuesday I come out, it's slow again. That was last night. Yeah. It's slow again, but between 10 and 1, I must have been going non-stop because I had $150 on by 1 o'clock, and I was so tired that I went to sleep. I was watching videos and I fell asleep, and I was awakened a few times after that to go get somebody somewhere. And every time I would be awakened to get somebody, it was another, another trip, another $15 or $20 trip. Then at the end I was sleeping there in the parking lot, minding my own business, and I get sent up into Zone 88 near where I live, out in the, suburbs, Bedroom community is kind of where I live. So I got sent out there, and these two guys with a good number of bags, they went out to the airport. It was $38. I got like $48 for that, and now they're giving me something nearby. Thank you. Yeah, if you're persistent and you don't run off to something far away, you get something nearby eventually. It didn't take all that long, did it? All I did was talk about Monday and Tuesday, and then at the end I came back in. It was like 4:30. I went to sleep again, and I had another fare, just almost 5 o'clock, and it was like a $12 or $14 fare, and he gave me 20 and said keep the change. And then I came back here. Now I'm awake, okay? It's after 5, and I'm awake, and I'm watching the last of the videos before my phone dies out. And then at 5:45, I just decide to pull the plug, take the car to the car wash the car, bring it back down to the gas station, fuel it up, clean and sparkling, and then head home, where I have to change and then go to the gym and do my back fit again. Let's see. Contact name, lower lot escalator. Yep, we're picking up at Walmart now, and it's right here in this underground bunker that we're driving into. And I'll let you know about the rest of the week as the rest of the week unfolds, or after it's been done. Where do I put these sunglasses? So now it's Thursday night. It's the beginning of my shift. The time is now 6:36. I'm in good time today. Very good time today. Last night, the Wednesday night, I kept getting interrupted when I was watching videos. Somebody would drive up next to me and start talking to me, or I would get a call just when the video was getting interesting. I was watching these, hour-long videos too, and business was good until about midnight. I had about $140 on by midnight, and that was pretty good. Then I didn't have another call till about 2:30, so in that time I could watch some video, and I could try and get caught up some more. I'm not getting much reading done just because of all the interesting videos that come up on my list of things that are recommended for me, and they are things that I like. So they must be doing their research pretty well, considering what I click on and what I end up watching. So, yeah, it was busy until about midnight, and then by 2:30 I got another call, and I think I waited another half hour for the next one after that. And I believe between 3 o'clock and 5 I had 1 or 2 trips, which helped, you know, make things better. And then at 4 o'clock I got a call. No, 5 o'clock. Yeah. And then after I got that one, I connected. Where's the camera going? Oh man, it's all over the place. Okay. Anyway, I connected. And connected about 3 more times. And then I was being sent to one last call back the way I had come from. And I was heading towards the gas station to fuel up. Well, it so happens that the customer I went to get was going to the Uptown Mall. And the Uptown Mall was right next door, or shall I say across the street from the place that I was going to, which was the gas station. So it worked out really well. And I've got enough Interac to pay for the whole week at least for the car, with the exception of $100, and I've got tonight and tomorrow night still to work. So that means I'm probably going to have a fairly big check next week, and hopefully I can get enough cash together without that check to get the groceries. I've got about half the money for the groceries now, so in 2 nights I should get enough cash to cover that. And I think they discontinued Talisker 10, and hopefully I can still get a bottle at the liquor store. Talisker 10 is not exactly the fastest selling single malt there is, because it's strong and spicy and peaty. It's got everything I like in a whiskey. Oh, but I digress. We're off to the races, I suppose. I haven't got a call yet. The sun's pretty bright now. There was a great big cloud over it minutes ago, and that cloud blew away. So who knows what kind of weather we're going to have tonight. It looks clear now, but apparently today it was off and on, cloudy, sunny, and it would spit a little bit and then stop, and then spit a little bit and then stop. Why am I talking about the weather? Because there's not much else to talk about right now. I have yet to work tonight. And yeah, okay, I'll let you know about that a little further on the road. Friday morning, 5:45 a.m. This Thursday night was a little slow to get started. I had my first fare after about half an hour in the car, and right away I connected with another call to pick up at the Crystal Pool. Anyway, I'm about to phone the number because nobody has showed up yet. And I'll turn the light on here so maybe you can see me a little better. The sun's about to rise. There's daylight. It's a little overcast and cloudy, but there are some blue parts to the sky. I'd say more than half of the sky is blue. Well, looks like off to the north there it's cloudy and raining. We just got some rain dumping on us here. I don't think I'll have time to wash the car. Well, here's what happened during the night. And so I got sent to the Crystal Pool, and this guy gets in, and I always have the skylight, the the moonroof open. He went and closed it like that. And it's like, I'm about to say, excuse me, whose car is this? But people who have no respect have no respect. So he gave me an address on Gladstone, and I was going there. I just felt uncomfortable with this guy, you know. Some people, they just, you don't have to say anything. They just, their mannerisms or something about them just turns you right off. Well, this guy was like that. He was just, you know, he appeared to be coming down from a cocaine high or something. Anyways, we took him for $6.65 to where he was going. And he asked me if we do Interac. I said, yeah, we do Interac. Sure, we do Interac. And his 665 came up, declined. And he had no money on him. And it's like, there's money in the bank, but I've been having trouble with this card all day. Yeah, right, buddy. Likely story. You got no money in the bank. You're a fucking deadbeat. That's the end of that. Can you give me your number and yeah, so I can get it to you tomorrow? Yeah, right. Here you go, buddy. Like, if I'll ever hear from him again. And if I do hear from him again, I will not go looking for him, because it's not worth my time to go chasing around town for $6.65. So, yeah. That was my second call, and you know, it took a while just to get $50 on. I think it was about 9:39 before I got $50 on. Then I had a couple lucky fares, and I had $80 on when I called Cindy at 10 o'clock. And managed to get my lease and fuel by midnight, and then nothing happened between about 12:40 and 2:30. I was watching videos. I fell asleep in the parking lot at one point, and then at 2:30 I started getting some business again. It was starting to move again, and I was sitting with a friend of mine in a parking lot, and it was like 3:30, and he got a run from Cadbro Bay, no, Cordova Bay, where I live, my part of town where I live, and I'm sure he went to the airport because it said in his trip, luggage. So he had luggage and he was going out to the airport. Well, you can tell that I'm on the highway right now, because my last call, it was about 5 minutes, or it was just after 5 o'clock, and it was to the Red Lion lobby. So I thought, maybe, you know, the Red Lion lobby would be taking some call girl home or something. But no, the Red Lion lobby, and it was this Chinese woman, and she says, I go pick up my student, and here, I give you the address. So she gives me the address. It's on her phone, so I got to pull out my glasses, you know, so I can see the phone, what it says on the phone. And it was an easy address. I knew exactly where that was, no problem. You pick up the address, and then she said, and after that we go ferry. Oh, the ferries. Cool. So basically we picked up her student, who paid the fare to the ferries was $63.05, and she gave me a $10 tip. So $73 at the end of the night. Yeah, you know, that's mighty fine. Mighty, mighty fine. I cannot complain about that. So this is it. We're coming on the highway back into town from the ferries, and it's 5:53. I'm going to be a little bit late. I know day shift gets a little choked if I'm after 6:15 or so. But I'll tell him, hey, you know, I got back as soon as I could, and I'll be driving it next. So if you're driving it in, if you have it into my shift, you know, that's perfectly fine. That's really cool. I don't mind. So the Thursday night ends up good. I didn't think it would. So that means I have like a $73 credit already from the whole week of Interac. That means everything I make tomorrow night goes right in my pocket. If I make 200, it goes right in my pocket. If I make 300, it goes right in my pocket. If I make $500 tomorrow night, or tonight actually on a Friday night, all of it, every last dime of it goes in my pocket directly. The only fear is that a lot of it might be Interac, and so I'll only get the money next week, and I can't spend it to get groceries or whiskey. So I'm hoping for a lot of cash tomorrow. Lots and lots of Interac this week. Got about $600 worth of Interac. Only need $510 to pay the lease. So yeah, already I'm owed some money, and I'm going to be owed some more. So hopefully I can make good enough time to be in town. You know, I'm doing pretty good here. The speed limit is like 90. I'm doing 106, and I'm being passed with a truck, or passed by a truck right now. Yeah, it's a cable truck with a cherry picker on top, and he's hitting the brakes. Okay. Anyways, this is probably enough for this morning. I'll talk to you about 24 hours from now, let you know how the Friday went. Okay, Saturday morning as promised. It's been quite a roller coaster of a night. It started out kind of slow for a Friday. MDT here was trying to send me long distances to go pick up people, like long distances empty, and I generally reject those trips. And as the night wore on, I think the longest trip I had was maybe around the $15 range. I didn't have a lot of good trips tonight. I had a lot of short ones. I had like $7 and $8 trips, and I had a couple in the $4 range, and they just suck. Oh, what you doing? Driving slow. I hate roundabouts, and they got these stupid retarded ones here at the airport. You cunt! Sorry. There's some people who are just terrible drivers who can't have it that you pass them. They go slow and then you try to pass them and they speed up. Well, that's what just happened right there. It's all over the road too. Let's get past this crap. Okay. So at one point, I dropped off a customer, and it was out near the Hillside Mall. Then I got sent up into the 3800 block of Shelburne, and it was a 2-car order, and we had to wait a while for them all to come out. And of course, all these kids come out. They're in their 20s, and kids come out, they all get in my car and get in the other car, and they want to go downtown, the other car pulls ahead of me because one of them said to wait for something in here. Well, they didn't tell me where they were going, but anyway, the first car went straight, and I made a right turn. And they go, well, why did you go this way when we should be going that way? I said, because this way is shorter. I'm going to take Cedar Hill rather than Shelburne into town. Okay, sure, go ahead. Yeah, do that. And when we're halfway there, one girl sitting right behind me said, I don't feel well. Can you pull the car over? Oh, sure, right away. Pulled the car over. She opened up the door and she just threw up all over the pavement. And had to go get some wipes from the trunk for her. And we kept on going downtown, and she was saying, I want to go back. And I said, well, let's go downtown and you get something to eat, get some food in you. And then she said, no, I feel sick. So by the time we dropped them all downtown at the nightclub they're all going to, the one girl stayed in the car and wanted to go back. And wouldn't you know it, we only drove another 3 blocks from the nightclub. She had to pull over and puke again. So she managed to get the door open and she puked all over the pavement. Not a drop was in here, which is just the way I like it. So that all worked out really well. And I took her back and she tipped me, and the first one tipped me on the way down there. Those were my 2 longest fares, except for this one that I just finished doing now. You know, it's just been a long, hard night, and it didn't really pay that well. There was one point where, you know, you had a couple going up the hill from McDonald's, and it was 5:45. She says, well, I can give you $5.10 in cash, and you can put the other 35 cents on the Interac. I said, you gotta be joking. Take your quarter and get out of here. Well, that's all she had, $5.10. Well, the next fare obviously more than made up for that in tips, so it was okay. And now, predictably, after 3 o'clock, everything died down. And it got quiet, and so I was watching a video, but couldn't really watch the video because I fell asleep watching the video. And I'm just gonna... So then I slept again. Time is now 5:02. It was a 4:30 time call, and it was to take these 2 women with short hair to the airport because they're going on vacation. I'm pretty sure they're lesbians. There's just something about them that was that way. Not that it matters to me. They were good, they tipped well, they were polite. I, of course, was professional. It was all good. So I hope they have a good vacation. It's going to be a while till I get one. I got a lot of Interac this week. It's about $250 worth of Interac. And I could really use that money to get groceries. but the owner of the cab will only cut me a check next Tuesday, and I want to get groceries tomorrow. So I have to dip into the rent money, and on Tuesday when I get the check, put it back in. I don't like dipping into the rent money to get groceries. I really don't like doing that. But anyway, the money has been made. I just don't have it in my hand. It's all in Interac slips. And I wanted to get a bottle of Talisker 10 because I think they discontinued it. There are several other bottles I'd like to get as well, but I don't have the money. And the money I make next week is going to go towards my chiropractor bill that I'll have to pay on the 5th of May. May already! Next week, May. Wow. 5th of May. Oh yeah, it's a rainy morning coming back into town from the airport. Yep. And the treadmill keeps on turning. Hope yours is better than mine. I'm just really tired right now. I don't even think I'm going to do any more fares. I'm just going to wash it and park it, even though it is raining. Adios.